What is up, man and women? Coach, it's boy Nazuma Life here, and we're back with another video. Today I will be reviewing the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime that premiered on Netflix. Now, what is Cyberpunk Edgerunners, you may ask, for those who haven't, watched it or actually took time to watch, look at it, because it's Cyberpunk, and what you think of Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a 2022 Polish-Japanese web anime series based on the most unique video game in this decade, Cyberpunk 2077. The series was animated by Studio Trigger under the supervision of CD Projekt and premiered on Netflix in September of this year. The Edgerunners anime was set in the Cyberpunk universe, created by Mike Pondsmith, and was confirmed to be a prequel before the events of 2077. But upon its release, Edgerunners had gained some positive reviews from the animation from Studio Trigger, which is, expected from their studio, to its world building and character work. So this video's review will focus on the story as an anime, not the main product. I don't wish to respect, the Cyberpunk franchise. Also, I don't want to blast this review with negatives. But let's not dawdle anymore. Let's go ahead and jump into my review of Studio Trigger and CD Projekt's Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Alright, before we jump into my takes on what I thought of the series, how about we get a little recap first? Edgerunners follows David Martinez, an impulsive but talented street kid who was a top student at the prestigious Arasaka Academy, but due to his poverty-stricken upbringing, he was constantly bullied by his classmates. Oh, trust me, bullying is, I guess, getting TOD'd by one of your most dominant bullies. Yeah, that's just harassment, that's just abuse. But after losing his beloved mother and everything he had due to a drive-by shooting, young David chose to survive on the wrong side of the tracks and becoming an edgerunner. What is an edgerunner, you may ask? A high-tech black market mercenary, aka a cyberpunk. And the following episodes showed his growth as a cyberpunk, ultimately becoming his own man in the business. Now that I have given a little recap on what's happened, I'll be using the 3 points used from the praises of this series for my review. So to start off with one of the easiest ones to say, bro, I'm just gonna go off script and say this. This animation is flarking amazing. Like, bro, the movement during the earlier fight scenes just it's top notch. Like, for real, the backgrounds and color choices are positively stunning, especially whenever action or, just casual talking is involved. Sorry if that doesn't make any sense. That's just like, for real. Actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and proclaim the best fight in this season. David versus Katsuo. Both fights. Don't even at me. Like, for real. Don't even at me, bro. In the moments when David uses the Sandevastin? It has a cool detail to me. Like, I'll explain what the cool detail is. I feel like he's probably moving at the speed of light, seeing as his every movement has a different color or shade. That's bonkers, bro. That detail is really cool to me, and it makes me moist. But for real, the moments of psychological torment is, oh my god, it just makes my legs like sting from wincing. But it looks so emotionally jarring. Like episode 6, Girl on Fire, main cyber psychosis, oh my god. His face and odd flashbacks it made me almost pee myself, like for real, like I almost pissed on myself, because it was so fucking terrifying. Pretty good music, I'll just go ahead and say that. Before I begin this section, I would like to reiterate something. I am not a literary scholar, nor was I at the top of my literacy class. But I just want to say that Cyberpunk's world building was great at times, though the plot progression and story elements was also a bit confusing at times. An example of that claim is near the second half of season 1. After Pillar's death, man, hang on, give me a second, man, give me a second.
3 days later.
Okay, I'm better. After Pillar's death, A lot of pressure was introduced, which kept raising the stakes without giving a chance for us to let the stakes actually show itself, making it hard for me, in my personal opinion, to get attached to the defeats and deaths, what ends up making me not necessarily have a close relationship with most of the characters, and which caused me to not really care when they died or when something bad happened to them. Except for my man Pillar, man. Give me another, hang on, bro.
Later that same evening.
And maybe Rebecca to an extent. Another issue I have with the series was established lore being broken. But this claim is only seen once. But where is that one incidence? Well, episode 10, 1804 through 1825. Throughout the series, cyberpsychosis has been treated as an inescapable disease that poses as a danger to not only you, but those you care about in your surroundings. And seeing David being saved from just Lucy calling out to him, kissing him, relationship goals, it just kind of made me very upset and frustrated as a viewer. If that worked, why couldn't Dory save Maine from his cyberpsychosis? It just didn't make sense to me. But I think the reason why that happened, I'm not a personal, hey, I have an idea what, this is just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. But I just feel like I feel like Edgerunners had a lot more shows than just 10, and Netflix just Netflixed and said, yeah, no, you niggas have 10, I'm gonna reduce that down to 10. And I felt like they just had to put everything in, and I feel like they should have had more time to let these characters breathe, let the surroundings breathe, let the consequences and actions, but still the consequences and actions, they still have a presence in the show. It just feels somewhat off. But hey, that's just my opinion. We don't share the same opinion. That's cool. Hey, that's what opinions are for. Because if you agreed, then what's the fun of it? And once again, before I start this portion, I'm gonna just put this picture here. And if you guys have an issue with it, you can @ me on Smash. I do not care. As a person who loves to have jivey and expressive friend groups, the Edgerunner crew is one of the funniest and likable friend groups or / teams or crew. You know what I mean. I've seen it in a while from New Age anime. Also, apparently some people had a problem with Rebecca in the show. I had to watch the dub. Well, honestly, I was trying to dip my toes back into the dubbing scene since that bullcrap from Funimation. I stand with Vic. I will not back down. Anyway, but Rebecca, Becca, as most people call her, wasn't too annoying, honestly. She was just that comedy relief character, like Pillar, man. Also, speaking of Pillar, bro, I don't know why, but I really vibed with him. Oh my gosh, I'm just all over the place when I bring up his name. And I was very devastated when he died. I was about to drop the series entirely. Also, Doria is best girl. Don't even at me, bro. Don't even at me. Also, another small issue I have sometimes during the episodes, most of the people would speak in message chat lingo, and it kind of messed up my flow of the episode. But my brother had, showed me something. Sometimes when the people don't talk while moving their mouths, I guess it's a way of repeating yourself. I guess if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, it's like if you're not opening your mouth, then the word is just repeated in your brain. I can't explain it, but anyway, but that's just a minor gripe. And sometimes the slang sounds forced. It doesn't sound natural, speech impediment. But that's just a minor gripe. But honestly, besides the rush story, odd pacing styles, Cyberpunk is an amazingly animated series with gorgeous color choices and backgrounds. Sorry if this video sounded like I had triggers dende in my mouth, but I just had to give respect where it is earned. Also, I don't take dendes in mouth, I gift them. Anyway, God bless you and God keep you. Thanks for watching, Chooms. See you guys later. Adios.